Hello, we're going to do another deck tech. Today we're going to do Hans Eriksson. This is a throwback to Unhinged, I think, is where it says Ox Hans. It is and then you would name something and you get some creature. It's a really cool card. And here's the guy that's portrayed in that card. It's pretty cool. Its ability says, whenever Hans attacks, reveal the top card of your library. If it's a creature card, you put into play tapped and attacking whoever Hans is attacking. Otherwise, you just draw a card. And then whenever you would put a creature in this way, it has to fight it. So pretty much you're not going to play anything with power 4 greater or toughness 1 or less. Okay, so the deck is this. Okay, so here's the decks. We have 4 main things that we really want to do. We got the people that you're actually going to want get off of Han's abilities. We got some ramp. We got some other things, and then we also got some deck manipulation. Deck manipulation is such as like scry to change the top of your library or to look at the top of card of your library. Deck manipulation is very powerful in this deck because then you can choose which creature's on the top, or if you don't want a creature to come in, depending on your circumstance. So some of the people that you want to get off the top is cards like Robber the Rich that have attack triggers. Robert the Rich says whenever he attacks, if defending player has more cards in hand than you, exile the top card of your library. During any turn you attacked with a rogue, you may cast that card and may spend mana as though it's mana of any color to cast that spell. This card's really powerful because pretty much every single time that's attacking, I get to play a card off of the opponent's library, which is really powerful effect. It's like drawing a card. And we can play those whenever it attacks. So that's really, really powerful. We got Eternal Witness, which is really powerful because it lets us get our stuff that died back. We got Hanweir Garrison, which creates 2 tokens whenever we attack, which is pretty powerful because we'll just swarm them. We got Imperial Recruiter, which helps us get a whole bunch of powerful creatures that have power 2 or less. We got Manglehorn, which is really powerful because it destroys artifacts and makes sure that all their mana rocks enter the battlefield tapped. We got Nisa, which is really powerful because it ramps us, and it can also turn into, if we flip it, it turns into Nisa Sage Animist, which is a planeswalker which has a really powerful ultimate. We got Radha, Heart of the Keld, which is really powerful because we get to look at the top card of our deck at all times, and we can play lands at the top so we don't end up getting lands off of Hans. We also got Ranging Raptors, which has Enrage, which ramps us. We got Reclamation Sage that destroys an artifact or enchantment, which is really powerful because Commander is filled with a whole bunch of really powerful artifacts and enchantments. So we could destroy their really powerful enchantments. We got Runic Armorsaur, which gives us some really powerful card draw. We got Season's Pyromancer, which lets us draw cards and create tokens, which is really powerful. We got Wood Elves, which gets us a forest. We got Beast Within, that draws us a whole bunch of cards. We got Minus Automaton, which draws us some cards and lets us get rid of stuff that we don't need to make it bigger. We got Needletooth Raptor, which pretty much when we attack with Hans, we can destroy their biggest blocker so that Hans doesn't die by combat. We got Solemn Simulacrum, which ramps us and also gives us some card advantage when it dies in combat. We got Visor of the Magic Tree, which is really powerful because it lets us get all of our creatures off the top of our deck into play. We also got Voice of Many, which draws us cards. Cultivator Blades, that makes all of our guys huge. Deep Forest Hermit, which swarms the battlefield. And some other guys. This guy creates wolves whenever it attacks. We also got Siege Gang Commander, which creates 3 goblins and also has some targeted removal attached to it. We got Zealous Conscriptions. So when it enters, we get to take their most powerful creature that could block and then swing it at them, which is pretty good. We got Bane of Progress, which destroys all of their artifacts and enchantments. We got Brood Monitor, which creates 3 tokens that ramp us. We also got Tizelider and Arc, which gets our best creature on the top of our deck so that we can then play it off of Han's ability. We got Duplicant, which exiles their best creature. We got Noctal War Pride, which is a really weird card. I'll just read this out. So pretty much it's 6 mana, but we're never going to actually have to cast it for 6 mana because we're always going to get off of Hans. And it says whenever it attacks, put X tokens on play that are attacking are copies of it, where X is the number of creatures defending player controls, and we remove those from the game at the end of the thing. So pretty much, if they have like 10 1/1 tokens, and we swing with Hans to them, and then we put down this War Pride, guess how many tokens we get? We get 10 extra tokens. So that means we have 33 damage of just this one card attacking at them, which is really powerful. We got Pathbreaker Ibex, which is really good because it makes all of our guys huge. We got Meteor Golem finally to destroy their best permanent on the board, which can destroy creatures, it can destroy artifacts, it can destroy enchantments, it can destroy planeswalkers, it can destroy really powerful cards. You can destroy their commander. And then we also got some things that lets us manipulate what's on the top of our deck or get to look at what's on top of our deck to see if we want to attack with Hans or not. So we got Lens of Clarity, which lets us look at the top card of our deck, which is pretty powerful. Cream of the Crop is the best card in our deck by far. So it says whenever a creature comes onto play under your control, you may look at the top X cards of your library where X is its power. If you do, put one of those cards on top of your library and the rest in the bottom of your library. This pretty much lets us select exactly what we want to keep the engine rolling, which is really, really powerful. So we got Goblin Recruiter, which lets us look for any number of goblins and put them all on top. So that we get to get all of our goblins on top and get them all out with Hans, including some of the really powerful ones. We got Magma Jet, which lets us scry 2. Omen of the Forge, which lets us scry 2. Orcus Librarian is really powerful, but it does a really weird, risky kind of thing. So we could pay red and tap it to look at the top 8 cards of our library. We can remove 4 of those at random from the game, then put the rest on the top of your library at any order. So pretty much it randomly looks at the top 8 cards, but then the cards that don't get discarded, which half of them do, but that's okay because we have a lot of creatures in our deck. So then we can put our 4 best cards on top in an order which lets Hans get him out in the best way possible. Season of Growth gives us a lot of scry and card advantage. We got Teljad Justice, which lets us scry 2 and destroy an artifact for 2 mana. This card's really powerful, so it's 1 mana to destroy an artifact, and then 1 mana to scry 2, which is really powerful. We got Track Down, which lets us scry 3, and then reveal the top card and draw a card. It's a creature or land. We got Crystal Ball, which lets us scry 2 for 1 mana each time, which is really powerful. We got Orcish Harbinger, which lets us get our best elf and put it back on top. We got Ferocious Charge, which pumps our commander if it's going to die in combat, and also gets us scry us 2. We got Glint Leaf Seer, which is also a really powerful card in our deck. So pretty much what we do is we tap it in reaction to us drawing a card during our draw step, and we can look at the top card, draw whichever one's not the creature, and then the creature can be gone with Hans. We got Ha Dio, Honored Physician, which lets us put a creature that already died back on top of our deck, but we could do that in reaction to its ability, which is really powerful. So we also got Muali Beast Tracker, which lets us get our best creature with one of these keywords, which we have many. We got Artisan Sorrow, which destroys something, and Scry does 2, which is still pretty good. Freight Conflagration, which lets us scry 2 and also remove their best creature or planeswalker. We got Into the Wilds, which is really, really good because it prevents us from getting lands off of our commander. We got Llanowar Empath, which pretty much lets us scry 2, and it's pretty good because we get a creature, so we could draw a card off of it, which is pretty good. We got Riddle of Lightning, which lets us scry 3. And we got Nissa's Revelation, which scries us 5. And they reveal the top card of our library. If it's a creature card, you draw cards and gain life equal to its power and toughness. We've also got some cards that don't fit in any of those strategies, but also do something pretty powerful. Vivian Darkbow lets us get a creature card into our hand. We got Vivian, which lets us have all of our guys have flash. We got Collected Company, which lets us get some lesser costed things off of the top of our deck. We also got Vivian's Monsters Advocate, which lets us also look at the top, but we also can play stuff off the top, and also has some crazy shenanigans searching thing. And then we got Vivian's Invitation, which lets us look at the top 7 cards and put a creature on among those onto the battlefield, and then put the rest in the bottom. Okay, we also have 4 cards of ramp: Soul Ring, Arcane Signet, Mind Stone, Growing Rights of Itlamok. Pretty standard ramp. Then we got 19 Forests and 19 Mountains. Okay, so that's our deck, and we're just going to go straight into the playtest. Okay, so this looks like a really cool hand. So we got Cream of the Crop, which is really powerful, and we also got Mind Stone and Bane in Progress. So we're going to draw a card into turn 1, play a Mountain. Turn 2, we draw, play a Forest, and we play Cream of the Crop. We draw a card. We play a land, we untap. We're going to play Mind Stone. We draw, we untap. We play land, and we're going to play our commander. It enters, that means we gotta look at the top card of our library. That's all. Okay, creature, works. Then we draw a card, we untap. We play land. We could destroy all of their artifacts and enchantments, which is really cool. Or we could play Solemn Simulacrum, which is what I'm probably going to end up doing. And we're going to look at the top 2. And now we can put this on the bottom. And then we got to put this back on top. Then we swing with Hans. We get Squirrel Dude in. We get 4 1/1 squirrels that are all 2/2s. And then all of these guys enter, so I get to look at the top card. How many times? A lot of times. We gotta look at the top card, but the squirrels are 2/2s, so we gotta look at the top card first. And then for each of the 2/2s, we look at the top 2. And we put this one on bottom. Then we look at the top 2. This is 4 times. Put this on the bottom. Then we look at the top 2. Put this one on the bottom. Look at the top 2. And then we're going to put this one on the bottom. And then we put this one back on top. So if you can see, it's pretty powerful. So then we could destroy their best enchantment and we get a scry 2. I mean, best artifact, and then we get a scry 2. We're going to put Collected Company on top of Seasoned Pyromancer so we can get it off of our commander's trigger. Okay, we're going to go to the next turn. We're going to draw ourselves a card. And then we're going to play... Sure, let's play Collected Company. This gets discarded. So we look at the top 6 cards and we reveal 2 creatures that are converted mana cost 3 or less. No, 3. Yeah, 3 or less. And then we got to put those on play. So we're going to do Rada, and we're going to do Seasoned Pyromancer. And then the rest go on the bottom. Yeah, in any order. Bottom, 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 and bottom. So then we get look at the top 2, look at the top 3. I think you get the point. This deck is really fun. It has a whole bunch of card advantage. It's very beefy green deck kind of style. If you like playing beefy green decks, highly suggest this deck. It's really fun. And I hope you like the deck tech. And that's it for today. Goodbye.